I'm meteorologist Carly Gomez tracking the low snowfall happening as of Saturday evening, as well as some strong wind gusts continuing that blizzard warning for the Sierra. Now we're already starting to get that low snow in places like Grass Valley. Take a look at this video. This is I-80 in Grass Valley, and you can see it shaking there on the cameras. A lot of the strong wind gusts also moving in, and that snow has been falling around 2,500 feet. Could get as low as about 2,000 feet early in the morning hours, but we're going to continue to see that snowfall and becoming scattered as we're starting to see a lot of the clouds breaking up, as well as some of those showers that are turning from showers right up into that winter mix just there east of Placerville. We've been looking at quite a bit of snow falling there for Pollock Pines, and you can see Foothills been dealing with that combination, but Grass Valley just got a break. As you can see, a lot of that snow level is rising here, but also take notice that there hasn't been much moisture as well. So as soon as we get a nice band of showers, that could definitely be dropping down with that snow level. Temperatures are beginning to drop around freezing point and just slightly under that near Grass Valley. As we look at Pollock Pines, a lot of snow has been falling throughout the day. Arnold now getting hit with some of that snowfall, as well as Murphy's and Sonora. You're starting to see some areas getting hit with that combination, as well as areas are already turning to snowfall. You can see that also Groveland, not quite there, but they have that ability and that capability as temperatures continue to drop into the early morning hours. And it's all going to be dependent as well on how much moisture we continue to get into the early morning hours. We will see a lull in some of these showers by around 3 a.m. to about 6:30, 7 a.m. A lot of that for those foothills spots as well. And more of the showers continuing on and off throughout the day. We'll start getting more of a break, more or less, as we get to the afternoon hours for your Sunday. But check this funnel cloud out just outside Tulare. This sent in by Stephen McCoy. He is actually a spotter with the National Weather Service in Hanford. And you can see it's just rotating there. It's starting to move, but we haven't seen that hit the ground, so it's not an official tornado. We actually saw tornadoes yesterday being spotted, reported, and confirmed in areas further south, also by the National Weather Service in Hanford for Madera County. And that's where we saw just outside Madera. We did see 2 tornadoes as of Friday, but for Saturdays, that's just a funnel cloud. We've been getting a lot of very active weather conditions, and we always love to see all your photos. Please send them to us by uploading them on the ABC 10 app so we can get them on the air and share all of the weather happening in your neighborhood. The blizzard warning is in effect until 10 a.m. on Sunday, but it is really widespread. It's even been pushing its way all the way up close to the border there in that state line of Oregon, moving its way down. We're seeing that just kind of shy there east of Fresno, and then finally into Yosemite. It's a winter storm warning in effect. And again, we're seeing this expire at 10 a.m., although some of the strong wind gusts will still continue into the afternoon hours. We just won't get the snowfall rates that we're looking at from Friday to Saturday, from Saturday to Sunday. The peak wind gusts today, though, were around 47 miles per hour in Truckee with 59 in South Lake Tahoe. We looked at anywhere from around 20 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts on average for most of those valley spots, 36 in Placerville. But what you don't see on this map is those peaks, the high elevation peaks that pick up some of the strongest wind gusts out there. The ski resorts, Palisades, Tahoe, Kirkwood. You're looking at 173 mile per hour wind gusts being recorded at Palisades, Tahoe, Alpine at 122 with 134 at Kirkwood. So some of these strong wind gusts hitting the peaks of these mountaintops here, and we are seeing those weather stations on different chairlifts picking those up for us. So we have been seeing very high numbers. And taking a look here to our futurecast wind gusts into your Saturday night, early morning hours, we are going to see anywhere from 35 to 55 mile per hour wind gusts, even pushing 60 for a lot of areas. And as I just showed you, those peaks could definitely get some wind gusts there topping out. We know 199 is that record up there. As we take a look into the valley, we're seeing about 15 to 20 mile per hour gusts late tonight. So things have really slowed down for those valley spots. The wind advisory was lifted earlier today, but Sunday afternoon, it's a little breezy, but most of the winds remain for the Bay Area, the Coastal Range, and the Sierra, as well as portions of the foothills. So the valley kind of skipping out on some of the stronger winds. Finally, looking into the low pressure system still sitting overhead. It's going to bring us at least one more very active day of weather with those scattered showers. A similar day to what we saw today, Saturday, for your Sunday, except we might get some longer periods of time into the afternoon, evening, where we finally see some more breaks from those showers. Then as this begins to shift its way toward the east, we do have one more chance Monday to Tuesday to see some more of that wet weather arriving, with some scattered showers for the Sierra continuing. Now looking to tonight, you're still seeing bands of rain pushing in and onshore, and that's leading to more of that low snow for the Sierra. More bands coming in just offshore there around 9. As that begins to move its way in, I mean, that's quickly turning to snowfall as soon as it hits those foothill spots at low elevations. The model snowfall totals as we start continuing on into your Saturday. Well, we're looking at here as of 9:09 p.m. is around 48 inches accumulative. This is how much snow the models and the computer models are saying that they've kind of projected just by looking at satellite. We're pretty on par with what we've seen resorts saying they've seen. 44 inches at their bases. Donner looking at 48 inches. So 34 at Emigrant Gap, 10 inches Forest Hill in that area, at least along a lot of those foothill spots there, 45 Tahoe City. So this is snowfall as of the accumulative storm system. Now, we could see another about foot and a half moving through tomorrow. Another snowfall totals here coming in on the European model, 36 to 38 inches. So we're going to wait until this whole thing's said and done to see exactly how much we got. And a lot of the resorts, we rely on their numbers as well. They have a lot of weather stations in those areas that pick up on the numbers. Now, the Central Sierra Snow Lab is one of the comparisons we really look at. This is out of Berkeley, and they have a station up there at Soda Springs. To date, early this morning, as of around 8 a.m., they measured 253 inches now for this water year. That started on October 1st until now, and it ends pretty much April 1st is what we like to call the median date, because that's pretty much when we start seeing things wrap up when it comes to precipitation. Now, the water year, of course, goes for a full year. It's October 1st through September 30th. But when we look to date, 253 inches, that's how much we're seeing now. The median to date, how much we're typically at on average, is 266 inches for this date, March 2nd, which means we're only about 13 inches behind, which is astounding. Take a look at this, because when we kicked off the year in January, we were so low. We were pretty stagnant here before we kicked off really much of February. And then look at these numbers as this climbed its way all the way up. We are now almost from red to blue, almost touching that blue line. And I think we're going to get there as soon as this whole storm system ends. Now, the percent of average is now 95. And for the entire state's snow water to date, we're at 109%. So it's looking great. The Central Sierra Snow Lab's totals for the last 24 hours came up about 20 inches. And you have to remember that includes from Thursday to Friday. Now we're looking at Friday to Saturday, and that'll come in on your Sunday morning. The last 48 hours brings us a total near 40 inches, which is pretty close to what our computer models were showing, anywhere from 30 to 40 inches. So we're looking at pretty much similar scenarios here from what they're seeing on the ground versus what our satellites are reading. 24-hour snow water equivalent now, it's 3 inches of water. With all of that snow, we got 3 inches of water. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a pretty good amount. Snowfall this water year at 253, as we mentioned, inches so far that we've seen at the Central Sierra Snow Lab. Now, what does this all mean for everyone's like, okay, you're reading all these numbers. What is that? Well, it just means, you know what? We started off rough this year. We didn't get a lot of rain or snow, and now we're really taking off, and we're doing a pretty good job at it as we kick off March. As we take a look into our Sunday early morning hours, we're going to see things slow down in terms of moisture. It definitely has the ability to become low snow. We just don't have the moisture coming in. So if we had a lot of it, we'd be seeing snow levels way down here, maybe around even 1,000 feet. Some of that moisture moving its way southeast, so you can see it really affecting areas toward Yosemite as well as we get into the early morning hours. And finally, by 1 p.m. on Sunday, all these showers that are moving in, we have one more push of them into the afternoon hours. So I'd say right around 11:30, 12, we'll start seeing a lot of the showers beginning to move its way through the valley into the foothill spots by 1 o'clock. More snow showers moving in. And then finally, as we get into the afternoon after 3 p.m. or so, things are going to start slowing down for us in the valley and in the Sierra. Now, when it comes to how much more snow we have left, well, we're still looking at about a foot and a half or so through Monday morning. And then we could see as much as another 6 inches moving into Monday. Now, potential for rainfall totals, we still have a second storm system arriving Monday to Tuesday. Isn't supposed to be significant, but for the next 4 days, at least until about Thursday, we should see anywhere from about a third to maybe a half inch of rain from Turlock to Stockton, maybe a quarter inch to a third of an inch from Rio Vista to Roseville, so not that much more rain left. Taking a look at our temperatures, mid 40s to low 40s out there in the foothills, 52 in Ione, and then we'll be looking at most of the valley spots with temperatures in the mid 50s for the next couple of days before jumping up into the upper 50s and low 60s middle of the work week. Toward the weekend, we'll actually get half the weekend with some sunshine, and we do have some possibilities for another system arriving potentially next Sunday.